Hi everyone, Jack from英作文会話 Community here again. Recently, I was asked about the difference between the words know and tell. I thought this was a fantastic question, and it got me thinking about those two words and other similar words. Words that in Japanese you might translate to wakaru. So in today's video, I want to talk about the words know, understand, realize, and tell, and how they're different from each other. So let's get started. All right, so first let's talk about the word know. This is the most basic word on our list, and very simply, it just means you have some information in your head already. So in Japanese, you might say 知識がある or 知っている. The key to the word know is that you already have the information. You are not getting new information. So, for example, the sentence, I know her birthday is on November 23rd. This means you already have that information. In contrast to this, we have the word understand. Understand is very similar to know, but there's some very important differences. The main difference is that understand has the feeling of deep understanding. So with know, you might know some information or know a fact, but with understand, you understand what that information means and how it is important. In Japanese, you might translate understand to 理解する. So let's look at some examples comparing know and understand and what situations you should use know in and which situations you should use understand in. So let's take one more look at my previous example. I know her birthday is on November 23rd. In this situation, you just have a fact, information. There is no deeper meaning to this information, so it sounds very strange to say, I understand her birthday is on November 23rd. But let's look at a different sentence. Let's look at the sentence, I know how to use a computer, or I understand how to use a computer. If you say, I know how to use a computer, this means you understand the steps to use a computer, but maybe you're not very good at it. If you say, I understand how to use a computer, this means you have a deep knowledge of how to use a computer and you're good at it. When you have some skill or mastery over something, we often use understand to represent that deep knowledge. However, in everyday conversation, we often use understand and know interchangeably. They mean pretty much the same thing, and even though they do have the nuance I just explained, it's not so strong to native speakers, so it's not something you need to worry too much about. However, there is one situation where the meaning of know and understand are very different, and it's a situation you should be careful of because you might come across as rude if you use the wrong word. So let's take a look at a conversation at work between you and your boss. I want you to prepare the sales report for me by next Friday. I know. I understand. So in this situation, if you respond with, I know, you're telling your boss you already had that information and you're implying he doesn't need to tell you again. So this can come off as pretty rude, so be careful. If you say, I understand, you're saying, I understand what you are saying. I got it, and I will do what you are asking. This is the situation you need to be most careful of because the nuance here is quite big and it's a situation you will often run into. Now let's move on to the word realize. Realize is quite different from know and understand, but it's still similar and can be a bit confusing. Basically, realize is used when you had information but you didn't understand or didn't realize the meaning of it. So in Japanese, you might say 気づく. Let's look at an example so I can explain more. Let's look at the sentence, I just realized I didn't go to the supermarket. In this example, maybe you are driving home or walking home and you just realized, wait, I don't have any grocery bags. I forgot to go to the store to buy food to make dinner tonight. You already had the information that you didn't have shopping bags or didn't have groceries, but you just realized the line just connected and I don't have groceries. That means I didn't go to the store and I needed to. All right, now let's move on to our last and most difficult word. So the word tell has two different meanings. The first meaning is when you are giving someone information. In Japanese, we would say 教える. But the second meaning is when you are getting some information from something. In Japanese, we would usually say わかる. But how is this different from know and understand and realize? Well, the key difference with tell is that you need to be using your 5 senses to get information. So this would be seeing something or hearing something or tasting something or feeling something. So let me give you an example. The sentence, I can tell she is upset. In this sentence, it means you are looking at someone's face, and from their expression, you understand that they are not happy, that they are upset. In this way, when you're looking at someone, you are getting information from your 5 senses, and understanding something, we use the word tell. One more thing to be careful about with tell is that you can only use it when you are getting the information. You can't use it if someone teaches you something or tells you some information. Let's look at a couple more examples with tell. I can tell by the way you're speaking how much you love her. I can tell from looking at your report that you tried very hard. I can tell from the taste of this meat that it was very expensive. All right, in all of these situations, you are sensing something, either by tasting, seeing, or hearing, and getting some information, right? So to recap, know is used when you already have information. Understand is used when you have a deep understanding of the meaning of information. Realize is used when you had information, but you didn't understand the meaning of that information. And tell is used when you are using your 5 senses to gather information. And that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. It was a very interesting topic for me to think about as a native speaker, and I can totally understand how difficult these things could be if you're not a native speaker. So if you have any more questions or if you want to study more English, please click the link down below and sign up for a lesson with me at Eisaku Kaiwa Community. You can take a lesson with me at any time. We're open from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. So any time that works for your schedule works for us. So feel free to try it out. And yes, please don't forget to subscribe and like if this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.